You guys can open that. Maynarde is actually so generous. He doesn't even paywall his VODs. So most people say, look, live content's free. You get bonuses and rewards. But if you subscribe, you can also go back and watch all the videos. You can go back and watch the streams, watch the videos, but only if you're a subscriber. Maynarde doesn't do that because he likes you guys to have free content and be able to consume it no matter what your personal monetary circumstances.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Barry. Otherwise, Sorensen did great for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the main army. I've been doing too many shoutouts. I will give you shoutouts in Twitch chat, but it's all about casting this grand final right now. On the bottom right here, recently dispatching Clem in the earlier semifinal. It is Juanito Special.
Yeah, of course, those people out there who are subscribing and supporting, big thanks to all of you. But I think a lot of people here, they understand we want to give full focus to these players for this finals. We'll do some more shout-outs in between games or at the very end. But for now, this man, he's the big underdog here. But he beats people who he's a massive underdog against almost every day. You know, he's a strategic player. He's a crazy player. Let's see what he can bring out. It's Bly.
Yeah, buddy. And Nightshade. One of those maps where the Ravager rally can be a little bit brutal. But we're not seeing any proxy hatcheries or anything like that from Bly.
Yeah, I mean, since there's no early sign of cheese, I kind of feel like this is more going to be about how does Special choose to open and what does Bly choose to do against that, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see more 2-base muter, right? We saw a lot of that from Bly today, and other players as well. Players looking to control the pace of this matchup a bit more. We've also seen a lot of very quick third command center. So I'm kind of just going, you know, Bly so far, very standard opening. But what is Special's mode? Is it the Hellion Banshee super traditional play that seems to be like everyone's bread and butter against Bly? Or is he going to go a bit more creative with the quick third CC?
I feel like Special is the kind of guy that really loves cutting the corners and he loves those fast 3 CCs. So I kind of feel like it is going to be the CC. He does grab that second gas, so potentially not. Never mind.
Crab versus SCV up at the northern base. Get the hell away from that third, you bitch. Unfortunately, in this version of the movie, it is actually the alien that wins.
Yeah, Crab was winning that battle. Crab battle. Ling showing, or rather the Ling's trying to get rid of that Reaper there. Good control from Special, good control from Bly. Neither one of them losing anything just yet.
No Ling speed starting just yet, and the third base only goes down now because Bly's like, yeah, that Reaper's going to check it in a sec. He does not want to build it. He's going to go for a 6 to 7 Ravager push across this map, and he's really hoping that Reaper doesn't get in the main. So I'd love to see Bly's Queen shuffle over to the top of the high ground, because, I mean, he's playing Bly. There's a good chance Special just jumps into that high ground to check. Yep.
Yeah.
You got to get up there, Special. He's being a naughty... It's a naughty Zerg player, man.
And I got to say, Pig, as for my personal experience, obviously I'm several thousand MMR lower than both these players. But this is the thing that kills me 9 times out of 10 in ZVT. This is the one.
Nice
Queen
rotate.
goes back for an inject. Reaper gets in.
Yeah,
hello, Roach Boy.
He's like, okay, mother trucker. And that Reaper is struggling with his orders. Just gets stuck on the minerals, derps around, decides to float back and forth. Bunker on the natural Banshee already started. This is really bad for Bly. Yeah. It's really bad. To get scouted at that moment is terrible.
That Queen had one job.
I mean, the build you're going for here is Bly. The weakness of it is you don't even have a third Queen. You're hoping to get over there fast enough. I guess if it doesn't get scouted, it's good, but like, it's so unreliable to stop that Reaper scouting this coming. So obviously, I mean, things do align a bit for Special. If he got in there even 20 seconds later, this bunker might not have been ready. But as it is, 5 Marines, 2 Hellions, a Banshee about to pop, a tank on the way.
Yeah, Bly is going to do whatever he can here with his units. Nice little bit of micro there on the Roaches, trying to turn them into Ravagers. Didn't quite have enough gas for that other one. The Banshee shows up, so goodbye Ravager Cocoon. And goodbye to Bly's Roaches. He's just trying to get as many things killed as he can with those Roaches, but he knows that they're forfeit.
Yeah, it's going to take out a few more SCVs. So, you know what? Normally, Bly opts to save the units when he sees that it's been scouted. A little unfortunate he didn't get like maybe one more SCV there. As it is, third CC goes down, hasn't been delayed by much. Tank is there for the safety. Queen spores, drones going down for Bly. Bly going into the mid game from an economic deficit. Something he is used to, but definitely a good start here for Special.
Special is sending that SCV out to the corner of his main base. Is building depots as well. Clever girl. He knows that the Nidus follow-up is very, very real threat. It's usually at this point, I would say, for a Zerg that does like to go for the roach attack or someone crazy like Bly, I'd say Fast Spire or a Nidus. That's the two things I would assume.
Absolutely. I'm thinking the exact same things. Oh, Special
Woo,
almost loses that Banshee. Just cloaks there and does end up dodging that last projectile. Would have taken 2 more shots to kill it, so 1 more on top of the one that was about to hit it when the cloak went down. Right at the front does come down the Nidus Worm.
Yeah.
You know what? Good map vision here. Good base vision, I should say, for Special. Nothing in the bunker at the front right now. He's expecting it to pop out at the main, which means these bunkers could get busted. Tank's exposed.
Tank is a little exposed here. We got the bunker loading up with those Marines and another fresh Banshee coming out of that starport. This still feels very rough for Bly. Special does have cloak on these Banshees. Not seeing Overseers with this either.
Oh no, Bly's units aren't. Oops, they're not inside his Nidus. He accidentally has a pack of Lings and Ravagers in the main. Okay, he's just put them in the Nidus Worm. That was a mistake.
Yeah, Special now has 2 bunkers partially loaded.
Oh, that tank load dodge on the
wow.
high ground. That was sick. He's got a second tank now, and the first one stays alive. And Bly's units are going down, man. Those Banshees doing damage. The Overseer's not ready just yet.
Yeah, like I said, no Overseer means these Banshees are going to cause problems here. Bile actually connected with the Nidus Worm a little bit there, the Nidus Worm head. And it feels like with these 2 tanks, these 2 bunkers loaded up with 8 Marines. In fact, 10 Marines if you count the ones behind that. No, actually 1 Marauder, never mind. This is just a very entrenched Terran. Unsieging the tank does not save it. At least gets that going for him.
2 Banshees going across to hit the third base of Bly. Going to be a nice counterattack here. You know, you can defend, you can stabilize. It's hard to break out, though, and really shut down the aggression. So the Banshee's going to do something on the other side of the map.
I like what Bly's doing here. Getting the Nidus Worm at the edge of the main base out of vision of Special. If he can load that up and pick off that high ground tank, get into the main, he can potentially do something here.
All right. He pops the Nidus Worm. Doesn't actually pop anything out just yet. He was busy, of course, dealing with the Banshees. Does save his third base. Those Ravagers not going to quite get that tank. 2 Ravager Biles does not cut it. You need a third.
Rut roll. Yeah, Stim is going to spell doom here for anything that floods out of that Nidus Worm into a main base of the Terran. I think Special's army is too big now, and Bly has missed the window where this is going to be effective.
Yeah, it is. It's too big for Bly to handle. And, you know, he let him get to this point. He let him grow, and once you grow past a certain size, the Terran does just get too big for that Zerg to handle it.
In your hands anymore.
Yeah, you know, Zerg is a flexible race, but even Bly, one of the most creative and reactive players, is only able to flex so much against a man as girthy as Special.
Yeah. It's not even just like the length. It's really just the width, like you mentioned, the girth of Special's army that's making it tough for Bly.
Yeah.
And if Special's army decides to penetrate Bly right now, I'm not sure Bly has a say in what happens next.
No, I don't think so. This is a big force unless there's perfect biles on those tanks. And with 2 Ravagers, I don't think that's going to cut it. 1-1 upgrades up against 0-0. A lovely counterattack timing. A Desperation Nidus Worm is, of course, going down in Specialist base to try and buy time, but a small pack of Roaches and Queens, not enough here.
Yeah, time is all it will buy, potentially, as it will not win him this game. Special with just way too much. He's going to stim straight through that army of the Zerg, and he made the right calls this game. Great reactions from Special, great scouting, and just great decision-making. Like, yeah. I would have never sent those 2 Banshees across the map. I'd have been like, I am so terrified of a Knight of the Nidus Worm. I'm so terrified of these Roaches. The Banshees stay at home. But just messing up Bly a little bit with his 2 Banshees could have made the single difference there. You just don't know until you get back into it.
Indeed. Definitely a good scout with the Reaper there, really sealing the advantage, and just perfect read and defense in the next step. Definitely wouldn't mind seeing something that goes 2 base muta, you know, something that's like more standard, deeper into the game before he starts doing his crazy Bly things. Golden Wall, it's a great map for it. Great map for a lot of different things. We even saw Nidus Swarm Host against Euthermal's Bio today. Almost beat Euthermal. Shout out to Jim Rising for that creative piece of of Zerg bastardry, I guess is the only thing we can call that.
Yeah, there's the Protoss Book of Bullshit. What's the Zerg's book?
Well, I mean, I've got a Book of Filth. but that's for all races. I think it would be.
Terran's got the Mechronomicon.
I guess it's like I don't know, Abatha's Codex of Feces or something like that. You know, he's got all the different types of dirty shit that you can do.
That's probably exactly what it is.
He's like, this one is highly nutritious and good manure for your spawning pool. All right, we're going to the next game. Are we the only casters? No, you guys can always look on the Team Liquid sidebar, or if you go to the StarCraft 2 directory on Twitch, you'll see many different commentators, different languages, all sorts of people covering these tournaments, of course. We don't cover it because we like to have a little bit of balance in our lives, but there is the European and Korean Weekly that also happened yesterday. And we just like to do the American one and bring out a game for this one. So we're going to be going into game 2.
Oops. No, we're not.
You made East by mistake. Bly there tries to get a cheeky advantage. Hosts on the wrong server.
Denied.
Special says no. I like seeing chat catch up with us talking about.
Yeah, it happened over here as well.
Yeah. Stop!
I guess we're a little bit too naughty for some people out there on Twitch.
A little bit too naughty. I just watched the Gentleman yesterday night, and it was very weird seeing Hugh Grant as a really weird seedy guy.
Yeah,
him making
he does kind of
weird, not horny, gay girth jokes and stuff. It was interesting.
Yeah, I hate to be the guy that's just like, you know, this person looks like blah and then judge a book by its cover. I hate to be that guy. But looking at Hugh Grant now, if I didn't already know that he was an actor and I just like you're trying to erase everything you know about Hugh Grant, you just look at him.
Yeah.
I could see it. You know what I mean? I could see it.
Yeah, man. I think I agree. Not quite as seedy as some characters out there, but definitely a good bit of it seems like he'd go to some interesting parties where there's, you know, horizons are broadened, boundaries are pushed. That sort of thing.
When you walk in through the front door, you put your keys into a bowl.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly that sort of one. The random rally parties. So that's, guys, for those who don't know, it's where you do a race, but you don't know whose car you're going to be driving. So it's really fun. It's actually awesome. You guys should try it out.
Yeah, it's basically dirt racing, but at someone's house.
Well, we're going into map number 2, guys. I think Special is also the kind of guy who likes weird parties, especially when there's a lot of dead Zerg. Over here on the left-hand side of Golden Wall, in the red, it is Special.
Yeah, currently teamless, but I'm sure that won't be for too long. On the far right here, representing Raise Your Edge Gaming, it is Bly. It's like Special was on Chivo for like 5 minutes, and then unfortunately Chivo closed its doors.
Was he? I thought it was longer.
Yeah, I
guess Cham was there for a long time. Sue was there for a long time, right? I guess he was newer.
Yeah, I think Sue was the first one, and then it's like M. Canning was a streamer for Chivo. Ragnarok was on there. Cham, like you mentioned, and of course Special. And they were a Southern American team, so they really wanted to have some Southern American players. But they unfortunately closed their doors. I'm not sure why, but there it is. Hopefully Cham, Special, Ragnarok, etc. get picked up by a team. They're all very legit. Super deserve to be on salary and represented by a brand. They're very, 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 very good.
I'm still holding out for Doritos. I'm like, guys, stop making bad business decisions. I still can't believe Nestea never hopped on that bandwagon. They had so much free advertising. They could have got behind that shit. They could have been like, yes, we have a literal god who's named after our product. But you know what? Some of these brands still trapped in the dark ages. Doritos honestly need to get it down with Special. I can imagine so many different creative and you know, kind of borderline weird ads that could be made with Special and Doritos.
So many brands have esports teams now, and considering there aren't any real sports to watch, surprises me that someone's not getting amongst it. Like even just a cheeky few $1,000. Doritos just opens up. They get one of their interns or a social media manager to just be their esports division. Just one person, just to look after a couple players, pay them a monthly wage or whatever, just so they can have a Dorito on their shirt.
Hells yeah. Give them an endless lifetime supply of nacho cheese.
We're gamers. We all eat Doritos.
It is actually true.
Yeah.
If I checked right now and lick my finger and stick it in my belly button, do a little swirl, pull it out, I will probably have at least a few crumbs of Dorito dust left in there for my last snack.
That's disgusting.
What? I'm just building up my nerd cred with the audience here, all right? That's what us geeks do, right? Oh, guys, I smell so bad. I haven't showered in 2 weeks.
I must admit that every time I get up from a chair, I do have to wipe Dorito crumbs off my body. What,
your pajamas don't have Mountain Dew stains on them?
Yeah, it's like they're inside of my hoodie pockets and stuff. It's just like, Dorito crumbs everywhere. So very standard 1-1 opening here from Special. Tech Lab, Hellions for map control. Reaper's trying to get some scouting done, but I feel like Golden Wall is one of the hardest maps to get into the main with the Reaper.
My god.
Amazingly, he gets in. It's 007 over here.
And he sees the 2-base muta, man.
Oh my god.
This is such a shame because Bly, if his queen didn't go too far off creep in the main, he could have stopped it. Now he does check over here. He doesn't realize Bly started mining those minerals, but actually stopped it. Now Bly, I think, is still going to work on opening that up in the near future, but it is quite clearly a 2-base muta opening. He knows this. He hasn't seen the gases on the natural, but of course, that is exactly what he's seen. And so because of that, Bly puts down a Roach Warren, and next will be a Nidus Worm.
Yeah. Bly's just trying to mess with his opponent's head, as he always does in every game, always. So anytime something is scouted, he's going to not do it. The Nidus Worm goes down, the Roach Warren goes down, and now Special, he's going to have to try and keep up with what Bly is making. He's going to eat what Bly's cooking. He's going to have to pick up what Bly puts down here.
The Viking is going to come out a very important unit here just for shutting down the Overlords that can scout the main. There is one down in the very bottom corner. You're going to notice Bly really hiding that against the edge of the map. The Viking, checking its attack path, has not checking for it. That Overlord is going to be safe in the corner, spotting for a cheeky butthole poking its head out there. Now, of course, this is a very aggressive, very committed strategy, and there is... Oh, it's not going to see it. Oh, this is so fast.
So I boxed it while you were talking. There's a corner of this main base where you do not see the Nidus with your refinery.
There's nothing that's going to pop out, though. It's going to be 4 queens, 12 zerglings, and 2 roaches. It's not a big army. It's scary. There's creep going down. It's going to start the chaos and mess up the flow of Special, but it is not actually a lot of units coming out here.
And Special is full walled off in the natural. Cancels his add-on there on that factory.
He wants to get the add-ons, does Bly here. He's going to go for the natural. The Lings get down there. Get a Marine.
Stim is up. This is big for Special. He's got a lot of Marines still alive. He's waiting for Stim, though. Nidus Worm head. The Medivacs are out, and now he can Stim and heal his units. Can Special have the firepower here?
I think those roaches, they're doing so much damage with the transfuse, and a good pullback. A good pullback by Bly. He's still got units at the natural wall. The SCV is trying to keep that up with repair. The Stim Marine firepower coming forward, though. But a reinforce the roaches, and I think that might be enough to do it. Bly, he's broken through the SCV support. It's just Marines. The Medivacs are almost out of energy, and there's too many roaches. They're one-shotting these Marines. They're not getting time to heal.
They are indeed. The roaches starting to get thinned out a little bit. The Medivacs are out of juice, so they can't heal their rays anymore. The roaches are gone. There's one more. Bly going to load up another one. He's got one more roach. One roach. His
production is so low right now. There's only 1 queen home. 2 Lings make it into the natural. They do get surrounded. Drilly boys assemble, and they do end up shutting that down. The income already sucks for Special.
Yeah, he's holding here. I mean, actually 4 more roaches showing up. Bly throwing in a couple more units into this.
Those 4 roaches might be the straw that broke the camel's back, mate. These Marines do not have shields. The Medivacs are completely out of juice right now. And without a tank anchoring your position, that is the crucial piece of the pie that shuts down Roach Queen Nidus. Without that, it's so hard. Now, yes, he gets the Queen. Yes, he gets a Roach or 2. But guess what? That costs him Stim. It costs him hit points. He's going to pull SCVs up here, but the Roach is being microed very well. And if they start picking off these add-ons, these depots, I mean, he's already in a very tough position. Is Special. He's trying to get together. SCVs join in. I wouldn't have minded those roaches actually popping into the Nidus. I don't know if this unload is a good idea. I actually think he's got to pull back. Does Bly. He's overcommitting right now. Special gets a really nice trade there.
And he does get rid of the Nidus Worm, so obviously his main is covered in creep, so getting add-ons is tough. He needs to move his structures around if he's desperate for that. Bly has this extra Nidus Worm from earlier that he prepared in the bottom left, this main. And Special's units are stemming on top of him, but he doesn't, again, have Medivac energy.
I mean, this is crazy. Now he's morphing a Ravager. Oh, man, this is so close on both sides. The income is actually a little ahead for Special whenever he's able to mine, but Oh, you know what? That's his only gas geyser. He can't support this off just the natural. He's trying to start shields, trying to pump Marines 5 at a time here. 31 drone economy Zerg, making roach speed, making more queens, making more units. This Ravage is adding in a little bit more things for Special to worry about. SCV's trying to get back to this main. He needs more gas mining.
So Special's diving here, looking for the queens, looking for the Ravages. The roaches tanking that front line. SCV's being thrown into the mix as well. Special is going to have to lose a few more workers here to try and hold on, just to be linebackers for these Marines. The medevac's getting a little bit too close to the queens, but he does kill them.
This is an awkward fight here for both sides. He manages to stop those roaches. Nice hold by Special. Does finally get rid of this. Gets rid of the Overlord spotter. And with that, there's no way for the aggression to continue for now. He's going to make an Overseer and go all in again.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. That was
what an absolute tightrope walk between both these players here. And the game's not even over. It's good clear up of this creep in the main base of Special. Bly has no vision in the main anymore.
Oh my god, double drop across the map. Meanwhile, Bly is sending a Changeling and an Overseer. He is going to go do stuff. I mean, Special knows his economy is so weak. He's got to take chances here. He's like, dude, you could be on 45 drones right now. It's so hard to judge if any drones were built during all of that. Now, we know they weren't, but he does not know that.
That big factor in that whole thing, I was like, why are these Marines killing? They actually have +1. He got +1 on his engineering bay in the natural.
Now they have shields as well.
And now they have combat shields, so they actually are a lot more deadly than I thought. I'm like, how are these Marines from Special doing so much?
Unload the Nidus, unload the Nidus. Okay, he's ready, he's ready. He's got enough roaches here. The Marines still go okay. Good hot pickup. Saves all the Marines. Gets him out of there. There's another Nidus Worm at the front. His first tank is almost out, Maynard. That'll stabilize him here.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Just 1 or 2 tanks with all these Marines with +1. There's medevacs. They are still in the main base here of Bly as well. Bly's attention's going to be split. He has to make sure that this all-in phase 2 gets the actual job done. He needs the Terran to die right here.
He's focusing down the Marines. That tank is going to have to siege way far back to keep itself safe. And that's sick damage. Bly needed that. He's only on 29 drones. That Spore kills a medevac. The other medevac getting very low. Oh my god, both medevacs go down, but so does the lair.
That's pretty huge. So Bly's knocked down to 2 bases. He's lost his lair. He's lost his extra tech pass, so he can't tech switch into anything. He can't get any tier 2 upgrades. Specials Marines are going to trade out as well as they can here against those roaches, but they do get cleaned up. The natural is now Zerg's. He's taking it away from the Terran. Special has 1 tank out in the main base, and that is his lifeline. He's got a second one in production at the moment, but it is very, very, very delayed. So Bly's is going to do whatever he can in the natural, potentially supply block the Terran a little bit as he gets rid of these depots.
This is actually really, really important that he pushes it back to 1 base. 28 drones is not a lot. I really want to see Bly build a round of drones, but after losing the lair, it's almost like, I guess you just got to double down here. The problem is that tank in the production. That is the anchor point. That is the lifeline for Special. That 1 siege tank now having a buddy in the mineral line, you can't break this. Now, Special knows being on 1 base, he's screwed. So he keeps sliding drops across the map. And if he can keep killing that main, keep finding the drone line, there's a chance that just sitting on 1 base, Bly is going to feel like his hand is forced and like he has to all in. And, Bly does realize, okay, he unloads roaches. A very important reaction here from Bly. He needs a Spire.
He does, but he hasn't got a lair.
Man, even just like 3 or 4 mutas right now would make this game so much better. The creep is obviously spreading backwards and forwards across the map. Special's going to go for the backdoor expand. But there's another Nidus Worm going up there.
Man, this is...
Oh, he catches it.
Yeah, okay, he gets this one. It's not loaded up anyway. And also, I like that Special's starting to... Now that he has a little bit more minerals in the bank, throwing in some Marauders. Knowing that Bly's unit count is super, super roach focused.
That Changeling survives. He's just one of the boys hanging out here at your new natural, just blocking your command center.
I'm a real Marine, I promise.
No, you aren't.
Marines to the north side. Plenty of roaches, though.
The roaches aren't there. They're not underneath it. A lot of units get out. There's even a Marauder. It does go down, but I think the Marines will barely win this battle. A Queen comes up to try and support here, but there's still going to be a few Marines left over.
So the roaches supply get eliminated in the main base. The Queen's exposed. Become the roaches from that third. One more Queen. Nearly goes down, but transfusions from her sisters to keep her alive, and she stays up Special's backdoor base, obviously known all about it by Bly. He's seen it with not only his Changeling, but his Nidus Worm, kind of. And
this is actually
game
insane.
Is continuing.
Tunneling Claws. Tunneling Claws is here. The creep is spreading all over. Special wants to get rid of the Nidus. I think killing the creep is almost a lost cause at this point. He misses the tumor to the right. There's more active tumors just about everywhere, and there's actually going to take more scans to clean this up than you even have as Special. A Nidus goes up, and this is actually what I call a distraction Nidus. Bly right now is actually down on army supply. He's down on upgrades, but he's just trying to create distractions, be annoying, be frustrating. Special, he's trying to clear up the creep, but this is a losing battle. There is way too many active tumors all around these scans that he's missed.
Yeah, a lot of active tumors, and Bly's just spreading them as well. He's just like, all right, we go right into the natural of the way the Terran usually would like to take their natural. We're going to go towards the third base here with that other creep tumor. These roaches, they're showing tunneling claws. He sees the horns on top of these roaches.
That Marauder barely survives. Double drop will pick up. Big push coming across the bottom for Special. Double tank can siege up on the low ground. Ravagers will be good against that, but right now, just 20 speed roaches all on the northern side of this map. He's sending a small squad to the south, trying to transition into Lingbane is Bly, but he's not there just yet, and he's actually going to need more roaches to survive this next phase of the game. Special's
accidentally left one of his tanks behind. It could have been 3 here with this attack. He's got one like next to that Marine, sort of in the middle on that low ground. That would have been really nice here, especially needs all these firepower here against these roaches. Obviously, with Roach Burrow, Bly can be very, very annoying on the other side of the map, but everything Zerg related is on this side of the map, and it has to be. Bly's army's out of position.
And he's pulling his whole army down right now. Okay, he does turn around some roaches to deal with the double drop, but I'm not even sure he's left enough units on the top. He does thankfully keep the hatch alive. The Roach Warren
exposed.
And the hatch both very low, but I think he's got just enough units to keep both of those up.
Special pulls them back to the siege tanks, and now they're part of the plan. They're actually firing quite nicely, and in comes that third tank. Special at the third base.
Okay, the roaches are in position on the third. You know what, Bly? He's still alive for now. He's obviously taken some nasty tank shots here, but that main base should survive now. Special really just trying to bait these roaches and ravagers into the tank fire, trying to stress out Bly and cause mistakes.
Yeah, Bly is losing a lot of roaches to these tanks in low ground, man. 3 tanks still getting it done, and 1 gets biled down, but he lost so many roaches and ravagers for it. And that third base is still a threat. Bly can't bring those roaches back to the main. He would love to just grab everything and bring it all in the main right now, but he can't. As soon as he does that, Special's just going to kill every drone there.
Yeah, another Nidus does go down for the run by. He wants to run Lings into the expansion with the Nidus, and that's actually a really smart move here, because Lings aren't going to help you defend your main. Right now, this push in the main, the roaches and ravagers can kind of deal with that. Oh, he runs forward, does go through the biles, takes out 1 tank, and he can hold on here.
Medevac micro there from Special to avoid those biles. Bly was just blanketing those medevacs with them in case they wanted to unload. Special's going to swing over into the natural here. In comes Bly's Lings, but Lings aren't going to be too effective. He's just forced to make anything that he can right now, knowing that the roaches are just not trading as well as he'd like. That hatchery's going to go down. It's so low.
Oh my god, Special gets it. Again, he killed the lair there. Now he snipes the new hatch. He's been dropping behind the natural. He drops back up in the third, using the choke points of those minerals so the Lings can't get proper surface area. And he is trading so well. A Liberator joins the fight here. You absolute D-bag, Special. I love it. Just picking Bly apart. The drones not being pulled off that base. Ravagers come up. The Liberator does go down, but not before it takes out a handful of drones. Another Liberator on the very top at the same time. This work account is just getting slaughtered.
Special is absolutely everywhere, and Bly, I mean, all of his strategies have been aggressive. He wants to be on Special side of the map. He wants to be upsetting the Terran, attacking the Terran, tearing the Terran apart. But it just can't happen.
He's still doing damage so much.
Yep.
Bly is just getting... Oh, he's getting... His arms are getting ripped off, man. He's getting hung, drawn, and quartered at this point, you know? This is the point where you feel the arms popping out of the sockets, where you've just had too many run-bys, too many drops and libs just hitting you from every different angle, and you feel yourself falling apart. Bly here shows the Roach army accidentally on the front. And, of course...
Special knows.
Special, sorry, very ready for that.
Yeah,
he's still on 2 base. Special.
Yeah, he is on 2 base, and with a giant army. And Bly's been on 4 bases, well, you know, 3 and a bit with 29 workers.
Oh,
so
no.
It hasn't really got a whole lot going for him either.
Oh, not there. Run.
Does get the reactor, but of course now Special is like, oh, well, that's fine. We'll just chill. You want to throw some roaches at me? That's not going to get into main. Not today, mate.
I'll doom drop
There's
you.
4 medevacs.
Yeah.
This doom drop is That's game ending.
32 Marines and 4 medevacs. Let's see you deal with that. There's some Banes with speed. If they get on top of it, they'll be good. Doesn't want to lose the Nidus Worm. And you know what?
All the Banelings.
Saves most of those. A new Nidus head
Marines there.
Pops up just on the low ground here to try and reinforce that base. But, oh man, I really thought Bly was going to stabilize. But Special down and dirty in this game, on the back foot for a lot of it, has found a way to just do epic damage with small numbers of drops. Another 2 libs on the north of this map. Oh, and the drop is going to continue. So he's just saying, look, if I hit 4 bases at once, you can't defend. You can't micro 4 bases at once, buddy.
Now Bly's unloading roaches here on the south side of Golden Wall. Meanwhile, his natural's being hit. Oh man, Bly is like one of the masters of just hitting wherever you aren't, and Special is showing that he can do it too. +2 Carapace is done for the Zerg, so the upgrades are looking pretty tight. You know, I like the upgrade situation for the Zerg, especially considering he's going to go into Ling Bane here. But can he actually stop this army of the Terran? Oh, I like the burrow play again. That base is exposed. It's very low. He could burst damage it down.
All right, Marines are pushing forward at the same time. Tunneling Claws do come forward. A scan there because he was expecting these roaches. They go for the command center, and there's way too many tanks. They got to get out.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like, even though Bly has more bases than Special, he doesn't have that many workers, and his army sucks at the moment.
Yep. Liberator on the north side still being a bit of a D-bag. Just kind of denying mining. The roaches skirmishing on the front. Bly's looking for an opening here. And he says, you know what? Let's just build 12 drones and try to recover. The Lib does finally move forward, gets another drone, and at the same time does aggro the Spore Crawler. But look at this Lib. Just siege on siege, siege on siege, siege re-siege. And it's going to kill even more. Already, it's denied a lot of mining time. And it's going to kill even more.
Yeah, going to get another drone there. Just cycling around that Spore Crawler. Being everywhere, Bly's forced to bring up some Ravages here to actually force it to move around. What a dickhead Liberator this is.
Yeah, that
She's
Liberator...
forcing Frigadom down Bly's throat.
I know! Some people like being a dictator, okay? They like being oppressed by the Cerebrate. They didn't vote for the Cerebrate, they're not allowed, but they would if they could.
And Special dropping to the north and the south, hitting for the north and the south. Bly loses a hatchery in the main. He loses 15 drones as well. This hatchery is also under huge threat. His army pulled apart. He's trying to take up a Spire here. He needed that Spire yesterday, but he's never been able to afford it. He's never had time to afford it. Special has made sure of that. And this is getting from bad to worse here for our Zerg friend.
Yeah, that Liberator is just sitting there going, nah, 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 nah. Bly unable to keep up in this game. And, oh, nice Bile harass on the gold. Wow, 10 SCVs from 2 Biles. But the drops are just doing 10 times as much on his side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, glass half full situation, but it really feels like Bly is running out of steam here finally. You know, he's one of the masters of playing from behind, as we've established several times in this one broadcast. But this is, I feel, getting towards the point where it's just no return anymore. There's not an actual play to get back from where you are at the moment.
Well, Special just did so much off 2 base, you know, and Bly will be kicking himself in hindsight going, oh, damn. I actually just needed to really get the defense together. And don't get me wrong, it's hard on this map. Your bases are spread out. There's lots of drop angles. But he just needed to be a little bit more committed and keep his queens alive. It was the thing that happened, right, is Special was so committed, but he kept sniping the queens. And as the queens go down, there was just no anti-air. We kept seeing Ravagers trying to bile the medevacs. We saw that tank push behind the minerals, where even like, there was like 3 Marines that baited the Roach Ravager into like 15, 20 tank shots, which never should have been allowed to happen. But Special has just been on point all game long. 20 Roaches for 2 siege tanks. Ouchie, ouch, ouch, ouch.
I mean, he was desperate to make something happen, but unfortunately, that ain't it. Now, Special's army is more than double the size of the Zergs, and he's about to go for the knockout ploach. This is going to be the one punch, man. This is going to be the one punch man shows up, decides that now is the time. This game ends now.
He just says, let's drop on top of the Ravagers. I have so many more units than you. I can literally unload on your army. And, yeah. Bit of an uncomfortable defeat here for Bly after the early Nidus really found some damage. But he doubled down on it, and, you know, the double drop counterattack, getting his lair. The game got so messy so quickly. It was just real action-packed bloodbath.
That was an entertaining game of StarCraft. I think we can objectively say that, though.
Oh, yeah.
That was one entertaining game of StarCraft, and solidifies part of the reason why, as a spectator, I love Golden Wall. And as a player, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it creates some weird, man. A good map there. Special, of course, now is up 2-0. And we did say he's the favorite in this series. But, you know, that one, Bly was very close to stabilizing there. Tried to go into Ling Bane. It turned out in hindsight, I don't think a frontal push was ever really a threat from Special. I actually think if Mutas came out and it was just Roach Muta, not a good composition, but would have controlled. Same thing, maybe more queens earlier and just keeping those queens alive. Spores don't really cut it on that map. You're trying to cover way too much area. Plus, you're dealing with Special. He's not going to die to that. Like, it's just... He's not going to fly into the Spore Crawlers. But definitely those drops getting out of control. And it's cool to see Special just pick him apart. Like, he kept saving the Marines. Picking them up, dropping again. Picking them up, dropping them again. Never let his libs just sit there. He did so much damage with every unit.
And if you want to cast your mind back like 15 minutes, Bly nearly won at the very start of that game. Like, he was so close to actually killing the Terran and snowballing and getting on top of the production with too many Roaches and Queens. It was so close.
You know, there was a few fights there where I do think he needed to pop back in the Nidus Worm. And just pop another one up. Because he had the Overlord there. He had 2 Nidus Worms in the base. I think there was like... It's one of those situations where you go, oh shit, that's 10 Stim Marines with 6 SCVs. I can't fight that with 6 Roaches. But if you run away, Stim wears off, and you're like, like you just killed most of your only few units. You're not mining with those SCVs when your economy is already shit. It's easy for me to say that from the sidelines. Bly's like, no, I need to keep the Nidus up. I got to keep fighting and killing him, right? I can't let the Nidus just disappear and then let him recover. Like, we gotta fight and pick units off. But I think there was 2 or 3 fights where SCVs pulled, the Marines stemmed, and the Roaches stood their ground and tried to focus fire. And, like, you just see the drastic difference in damage output between those +1 Stim Marines, which you pointed out. They had +1 the whole time. And the unupgraded Roaches. The +1 Marines just pound out that damage per second.
They certainly did. Yeah, I actually clicked on the Engineering Bay researching +1, and I'm like, oh, hang on a minute. And then looked at the upgrades tab, and I'm like, oh, shit. These Marines are packing a bit more of a punch, man.
Yeah,
they got the armor piercing on those bullets.
Someone was saying, the people are arguing, people saying, imagine losing from that position. What a friggin' noob. And other people saying, his attack failed. The Terran was way ahead. You're both wrong, guys. You're both wrong.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for your wrong opinions. All right.
It was like he was behind in workers, but Special was stuck on 1 base for a long time. So the worker advantage he had didn't help for much. You know, 3 base versus 1. It doesn't matter if you're even on workers as the Zerg. You're still in a better position, right? Unless they're doing immediate damage. It was so close the whole game long, up until the last maybe 3 or 4 minutes where Special got out of control. So, anyways, up here in the top left-hand side, great multitasking, awesome play. We know him as the one, only, he's the chosen one. It's Special.
Chosen Juan.
The chosen one.
Juan Carlos Peña Lopez. And on the far right, this is Bly from Razor Edge Gaming, representing Ukraine. And he is down in this game. He needs to win 3 games back-to-back-to-back to win this final. So definitely an uphill slog. He's been aggressive. He's been trying to out-multitask the Terran, trying to mind game the Terran. And he's gotten close. But not quite cutting the mustard. No cigar yet for Bly. Now, this is another one of those maps. We brought up before in this matchup that Puritan Industry just seems like a really friggin' good TVZ map. It's a pretty decent TVZ map. But what did Bly do against Uthermal on this map? He went for a Baneling bust as a reaction to the reacted barracks.
Yeah. It was I'm gonna bop you now, get an easy win. You know, as soon as I saw the Baneling bust coming, I was like, oh, like it's just game. You can't do anything with that as Uthermal, but that was an antiquated build with a modern battlecruiser twist follow-up on it. Special is going to be much more traditional here and open with what looks like a very typical opening. Reaper into Marine, SCV Scout, very standard.
I think this is the first time I've seen Bly not get a proxy hatchery on this map. Actually, no, against Uthermal, he just went for a Ling Bane bust. Excuse me, we're just talking about that.
He still attacked off 20 workers, though, either way, right?
I mean, yes. A low drone counterattack is something I have seen. I haven't not seen Bly do. Sorry for the double negative there. But yeah, Purity Industry, he just keeps being aggressive. This map keeps sneaking into the map pool somehow for Bly. Especially going to go for the engineering bay block on the third. Juanito. Yeah. Oh, my.
Oh, me, oh, my. I blocked your hatchery. Gets a Zergling on the front as well. Good micro. Good micro, good disruption to the build order here. That's that. Yeah, I was like, if there's one guy who's just going to make a lair and go 2-base muta when you do that, it's got to be Bly. He was mining gas the whole time anyway, right? I think Bly is very happy with this turn of events. He's like, oh no, you committed 125 minerals of opportunity cost? Oh shit. Oh no, man. Damn.
Oh, damn, dude. You mean I can't get 80 drones and 5 bases? Oh, man.
I'm not a fan of the Ling run by though. Special's too tight. You know, I guess Ling speed's finishing up, so he might be able to get out, but I think the Hellions are going to kill all 3 Lings with no damage. Yeah.
Pig, you're a liar, man. There's hit point damage on the Hellions and the command center.
Oh, my. Hey, he got an SCV!
Pig, you disgusting. You terrible liar.
Oh, I'm such a fucking bad caster. I'm quitting after this.
Caster.
I'm done.
Fraudulent.
I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Never
all right, well,
played the game.
casting the rest of this one. Taking over X5 Pig as well. Taking that Twitch channel back.
I actually really like the proxy extractor from Bly, by the way. He's preparing for the late game down here in the corner.
Oh, yeah. I like it. It's going to be that extra gas mining when he goes up to his mass ultras later in the game. The Roach Warren going down along with the Spire here for Bly. How do you feel about this?
Queen's blocked the Hellion run by, which is great there. Reaper comes and gets a drone, sees the Roach Warren, has not seen the Spire yet. So I love Roach Warren and Spire because it gives him the flexibility. He can drop a Nidus Worm and already be making Roaches and Ravages. He can go for the Mutas, just make a handful of Ravages, which are always a good addition to a Lingbane army, especially for sniping down some things. BC is on the way here. Oh my. Don't know if that's the right call from Juan.
Yeah, I think he sees the Roach Warren, thinks this is Roaches, and he's good to go. But even if it's 2-base Roach, I get terrified making the Battlecruiser. I'm like, oh, I want a Banshee here. But the real play from Bly is going to be the Spire, I think.
Yeah.
He's going to try and hide a handful of mutas and just be like, haha, this is what I was going for all along.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a chance for these Hellions to get more scouting or big damage, but I mean, they're already quite wounded, right? They've already had a bit of a rough time of it. And 2 Roaches going across, so Bly wants to go morph a few Ravages and pick off some depots. Oh god, he might even be close enough to kill the SCV on the command center a few times. Oh, I love these 2 Roaches beelining across the map. Now, don't get me wrong, the BC can clean it up, but it's just messing that up, scaring the shit out of Special, while going mutas behind it, and it just keeps him from knowing what you're doing. This works on so many levels. Distracting, delaying the hardest, the biggest, most important follow-up structure multiple times, killing SCVs. The BC now has to show its hand. This is an awesome move from Bly.
Yeah, it's like the Roaches are almost a fake, but they're a fake that's doing damage. So it's super selling the story here to Special that he's up against Roach Ravager.
Okay, kill that SCV. You're not going to get the command center, though. Good save here by Special. Oh, put another SCV on that. You got to put another SCV on that.
There we go, there we go, there we go.
Oh, he gets it. Oh.
But now the mutas are in, and Special has 1 BC, which is a slow, chunky boy.
Hellions on the counter, though. Burn time, baby. Burn, baby, burn. This game is going into the chaos zone very quickly, and I sure hope these players have sacrificed the blood of an aspiring Hon commentator because they need the gods of chaos on their side.
Oh my god. I mean, at this point, he might even need stronger blood than that. He might need a caster that's flip-flopping from one game to another and is an aspiring Valorant full-timer. We've got a Battlecruiser jumping on top of these mutas to just pick off 1 or 2 here. Bly trading out that damage, though, getting a lot of SCV kills. The Mule smartly for Juanito going into that natural as the main is a ghost town now, thanks to these Mutts. Which Bly is putting a ton of resources into, by the way. This is very, very committed to these mutas.
When you're doing damage, absolutely worth. Absolutely worth. Double down. The turret did not finish getting building. He never put an SCV on it. Oh, no. And they're just bouncing around in circles here. 2 BCs chasing the Mutalisks. The Mutalisks are just teasing the fat kids right now. That's essentially what I'm watching.
Do you tactical jump 1 BC across the map here?
Not a bad call. You're like, get the fuck out of my base. Go defend. But, I mean, there's Queens. The mutas can cut back pretty quickly. He's going to actually fly across. You're right. He's not even tack jumping. He's just sending them across the map. Wow. The Overlord saw them leave.
Play here. Yeah, that is true.
Oh my god.
Still finding more SCVs here. Oh.
This is insane. Yeah, he's doing so much damage. It's actually crazy right now. Does he have a spore? He's already got a spore in the main as well?
Just the one, though. I don't know, man. I feel like this game's not over here.
No, it's not. But the thing is, there is... Oh, there's no more mutas building right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I mean, he's on the Terran production. It's a disaster for special. Oh, he dives the turret! The repair doesn't go down! That's the play! That's the play, Maynard! He gets the turret. Now your mining's gone. Now it's definitely advantage Bly.
Definitely. Yeah, he's starting to really find critical damage here on the Terran. Is starting to get to the situation where Special actually won't be able to come back. He's got a third BC popping out in the main base, attacking in the mutas, which stack up. The DPS are down. Mass repair there for Special.
The SCV harem. Oh, but the Zerglings coming at the same time. They're going to be able to hit those SCVs and just take that work account down.
The repairs, though.
Oh, man. The SCVs all drilling that BC simultaneously. This is definitely something you should not be showing your kids if you're a Zerg player. That battlecruiser just will not go down. Neither will the bunker. Mass repair is pretty good.
Dude, I'm so scared that if my mom comes in, she's going to be like, what the fuck are you watching? I'm going to have to alt-tab to porn so that it makes sense. This is just wild stuff from both sides. And I feel like it's still pretty advantage Bly. It's tough for Special to come back. What is the play here for the Terran?
Well, he has one factory, one starport, no barracks. He can't even build more production right now except for unupgraded barracks units. And the SCVs are just getting slaughtered, man.
Yeah, that's it, I think. Finally.
Bly, the bounce damage killing all the mutas, all the SCVs, sorry. The mutas do overwhelm. These two BCs, they did a lot of damage. One of them has 22 kills, 27 kills between the two BCs, but there's already spores on that base. The queens, the mutas coming back. Bly at this point, he's so far ahead, he knows he's just got to shut down these BCs, and Special will leave the game. Yeah,
I'm with you there. So the mutas start showing up. Special going to pick off one here. Queen's even coming on down to assist. They have tactical jump available, but as Special, do you elongate your pain? No, you do not. Rip it off like a band-aid, Special. Let's go on to game number 4.
Oh, man. The BC's chasing those mutas in circles. I'm just like, the BC doesn't die to mutas. It just can't get on top of them is the big problem. And I think, honestly, people say, oh, Zerg's so easy. Terran's the hard race. Look at the APM tab. Mother truckers. 300 and measly 298 for Special. 961 for Bly. What a god.
So many APMs.
So many APMs. Spamming them rapid fires. Hot damn.
Hot damn.
We get a 4th game, maybe even get a 5th. I'm very excited.
And it's another map that's good for Terran that Bly keeps winning on.
Hells yeah, man.
Going to Zen.
Zen. It's a good map.
All right, I'm gonna quickly go to the loo, which is in just next door, so it won't be long.
Smash it. No worries.
Smash it in the loo. All right.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, don't place it down. Smash it out. Don't smash it like with your fist after you but smash it out of your body. Hopefully Maynard does that without. Don't punch it after you've put it in the toilet. That would be weird. I know smashing something normally means like smash some food quickly, but yeah. Alright, no balance complaining, guys. Zerg's a race as the turtle just to survive early, says Varnak. Oh no, there's a lot of ways you could play. Bly's being really aggressive. What are you talking about, dude? Guys, no balance whining in my chat. And no arguing people are balance shaming. I'm skinny, so I'm fat shaming Special. Sure. I shame myself when I eat ice cream. Anxiety keeps you alive. Okay, yep, cool. Why are we reading messages of these people? Okay. Guys, another rule. Part of the don't be a dick rule, which is the main and pretty much the only rule in my chat, is if you're going to say something, consolidate it to one line. Please do not consolidate. Do not be one message. There's a few people in chat who are serial offenders who are dominating chat right now and basically just spamming and filling up the whole chat with individual messages on each line. So guys, please, if you're going to type, I know you're excited, try to type several words or even a whole sentence on one line rather than filling up the entire chat with, oh my god, he is winning. It goes for a better experience for all. Anyways, Maynard's back. We are into game, guys. It is game 4. Up here in the top right-hand side, in the red, playing Terran, kicking butt in the first 2 maps, but did drop one there. It's special.
And in the bottom left, showing that he still has some life left to give in this grand final, it is Ukraine's Bly, Razor Edge Gaming. And he is going for the gas and pool first here, Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, lots of options off that. I don't mind this. It's a very short map. Some of these quick Ravager pushes, I think, have a bit more oomph to them here, even if they're scouted, than on some of the other maps. Special, of course, I think he's going to just send this SCV from the barracks to go scout. Will he check for proxies? Let's find out.
Got Special sending out an SCV here as he gets his low ground natural.
Just straight across the map. Not checking for a proxy hatch or anything like that. It's pretty rare in this matchup, so it does make sense. A very standard opening there. Now, all eyes on Bly as to what the next step is, right? You know, do we just get a second queen, keep droning, deny scouting, and then maybe go for a Ravager push? So far, no super quick Roach Warren coming down. Oh! SCV ambushed! You should have been mineral walked, mate.
As he still doesn't know if there's a natural yet.
Yeah.
There we go.
Imagine if he even denied that.
That'd be amazing.
Reaper comes across. Another 2 Zerglings are going to hit that natural. The Reaper does not stay at home. Bit of an ambitious move. This Marine's going to have to micro very well to defend those 2 Zerglings. That command center very exposed. Special being a little bit out there, a little bit unsafe. Command center is going to have to pause building. 3 more SCVs. Gonna have to come down to fight off those Zerglings. Good D so far by Special, though. Doesn't lose too much mining time, but now there's 4 Zerglings.
Yeah, the Reaper's cycling around the main base here, and just 2 Marines with 1 SCV to try and fight back. That natural command center is about to lose its worker there, so that's going to be delayed a little bit there.
2 SCVs, a very nice pickup. Now, the Reaper, unfortunately, was not microed. So it's damaged 4 or 5 different drones in Bly's main base, while Bly had no idea. It was literally standing there hitting his workers because he was microing his Zergling. So Special missing an opportunity to answer blood with blood. And even though he's got good scouting and knows there's no cheesy follow-up, definitely a better opening here for Bly, who's droning up, and I'd love to see a 3rd base come out.
And it's going to be a lair. So screw you and what you like, Pig. Bly is his own man. He makes his own decisions.
Well, I mean, I like the lair. I just want to see a 3rd as well. I want to see him to stay nice and flexible. Speaking of flexible, that's 10 Zerglings, Maynard. There's 2 Marines, and the factory just swapped onto the reactor. Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs.
Depot exposed on the low ground. That SCV goes down. This is what we call big Dorito damage here as Special. He was up 2-0 one game from closing out this EPT weekly finals. Remember, it is winner takes all for that 100 USD prize money.
Yeah.
Whilst he is sitting on the 3rd, he's taken damage this game. He's behind.
As far as cash goes, it's winners take all, but at least Special or Bly are guaranteed some Pro Tour points here. Which will matter more as time goes on. I mean, we know that Apollo has mentioned that we've got some of those big tournaments still in the wings here. The ESL Pro Tour is still going to continue, even though we're not going to have Valencia very likely. We're not going to have, what was the other one? Montreal, very likely. So I'm looking forward to these online tournaments, bro. Whatever they are. ESL will come up with something. Full trust.
There's going to be some awesome shit on the way, no doubt.
Woo!
Bernie cars. Just like there's a lot of things with the tall grass on these maps, you know. I feel like Zen has a bit of an Australia feel. You see some really tall grass, you do not walk through that shit.
That's right.
If you're out in the bush next to like a river or something, there's like lots of tall reeds and grass. It's like, yeah, if you want to get bit by a snake or some other poisonous creature, go walk through that. Same with the tall grass on this map. Very scary.
Now, the bottom right side of Special's base looks like it's going to have a Nidus in it, and yes, he does see it there, but he's got the factory flying over just in time to see that Nidus worm, pulls every unit he has to try and deal with it.
Yeah. He just started the 3rd CC on the low ground. This one won't get up. There's nothing to spot at the front of the base, and that's actually the best position right now. Oh my god, Maynard. There is a cloaked Banshee in the mineral line, and there's no detection. Oh my god, you're right. Not like this.
Oh, wow.
Not like this. Fly! Oh my god, he's in so much trouble.
And he's going to put the Nidus up right next to the natural of Special, who does have a Banshee back at home, so he can actually kill this Nidus worm well and truly before it finishes. Uh-oh, Bly made a very life-ending mistake here.
He may have. The Roaches are walking in, though. Remember, there's still not a lot of damage here. That Banshee up on 7 kills does fly into the Spore Crawlers and goes down! So he does lose that. Bly can go back to re-establishing minerals on both bases. Unfortunately, he's only got 24 drones, so he is all in, and he has to break through here, right now.
That barracks building there from Special is not intended to actually finish, but he just got it there to block those roaches from getting into the main base, giving him precious seconds to get some Marauders up, get some Banshees up. Bly, as Pig has mentioned, is extremely all in, and he needs to kill the Terran right now. The Queen's coming along for a walk. They mass transfuse the Nidus Worm head to keep it up, and they managed to do so.
The Overseer's here, Maynard. The Overseer is here. The Banshees are gone from this fight, and the tank is not out just yet. This is still a scary situation. That tank, it's just seconds away from popping, but he's got to pull SCVs to the front. One Banshee has already fallen.
It has indeed, and we got one tank out for Special, so that ramp is now a bit of a danger.
Oh, no!
In the main, the top left corner, what happens?
That's it.
Gets it up, and Bly takes it to the ace match.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there who look at that scenario and they say, there's no way you can get that Nidus Worm up. You can't get it up. It's the worst possible scenario. It's like a nightmare situation. But Bly's the master of no matter what adversity he's facing, where he is, wide out in public and Zen, he will get it up, and he does this. Special sees it and goes, oh my god, horrified by that Nidus Worm. His tank gets cracked, and with that, the defense falls apart. GG, well played. Bly, bringing us to a game 5.
Hell yeah. All right. One map that decided all. A really strong start to the series for Special with Bly just pulling a win out here and there. That last one was a very, very close game. The one before that also. So let's see how this looks. We're going to Everdream here, the more standard map in the map pool. We need... No, wait. Yeah. One more. I think we're missing a guy. Oh, it's Pig we're missing. Pig, get in.
Oh, shit. Sorry, dude. Oh, man. I had the brain freeze. You know when, like, chat, see dumb messages? Then I saw some good messages, and then I just went down a train thinking I was in the lobby. Sorry.
That's all right. Bly needs 2 minutes for water anyway. So
I'm getting hungry, man. We're running deep. Another 5-game EPT finals. This happens so much, dude.
How do you feel? How do you think the players feel right now about us just taking like a 10-15 minute break to just go and cook some lunch? What do you reckon?
I'm down with it. Yeah, let's go.
You think the players are down with it?
You know what? I have leftovers of my... I just remembered leftovers of my fancy-ass brunch that I cooked fucking on the weekend. Grilled mushrooms. I got some charred broccolini with goddamn almonds and chili. People are like, what's broccolini? Well, what you do is you take broccoli, you make it more expensive and more hipster, and it tastes better because it costs more money.
You get the broccoli, and then what you do is you take the tasty part of the broccoli and you lessen it and extend the stem. And that's and add $3 a kilo to it.
I got that. I got some goat's cheese as well and shit. I got some Turkish bread and some hummus and stuff. So I'm gonna smash it. Goat's cheese is so good, man. I'm super keen.
I'm gonna be a super beta today and just grab. I'm gonna go and do my cardio because that's all I can do because of my fucking shoulder. And I'm gonna do some cardio and then have some bacon and not bacon and eggs because I don't have any bacon. Just eggs and toast. It's boring.
Eggs and toast is good, man. Bit of salt and pepper on that bad boy. Eggs are one of the most delicious foods.
Actually, you know what I've been doing? Eggs, toast with a little bit of like sharp mustard.
Oh, really? Cool. I gotta try that, man. I like a good sharp mustard, a good real mustard, you know. There's that American mustard, which is like this yellow sugar sauce with like a tiny bit of mustard flavor. You gotta have the good
hot
stuff.
Dogs.
Yeah,
that's the hot dog mustard. That's
only
exactly
for hot dogs. Yeah, man.
Exactly. But yeah, the sharp stuff, fuck yeah. That's what I'm all about.
Thank you everybody for hanging with us today. By the way, we do cast this same time every week, me and Maynard, except when the very rare occasion when one of us wakes up without a voice or hungover from partying all night and social isolation, or whatever else goes on. But we want to say a big thanks. You know, give us some follows if you're new. Those of you who've subbed and stuff, much love. We appreciate it, fam.
And in the top right here for the last time today, it is going to be the Red Terran, Juanito. And he's probably a little bit red at the ears right now, a little bit angry about how game 3 and 4 looked.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't realize he was going in for his prostate exam, but this is the doctor who doesn't even ask. He slides in the glove and just goes in there and surprises you. All sorts of strange. You're like, why am I taking my pants off for my oral exam? I don't understand.
You're a dentist. I came here to get a filling. Oh, you'll get filling all right.
It's Bly. Oh shit, he's doing the Ravager bus, man.
Yeah, because you can actually grab the rich Vespine guys here and get that extra bit of gassing.
I've only seen this against Protoss. I haven't seen this against Terran. That's really cool. So,
You're about to see it.
We saw a game where, like, I think TLO tried this. The Protoss came and just, like, held the high ground and kept killing the drones on the gas, so we couldn't get the Ravagers going. But, yeah, this is going to get really weird really quick. So, once again, Special not going for a super early SCV scout. He hasn't all series long. Remember, guys, this is game 5 in the series. So, the thing is, I think at this point, Bly says, you know what, you're not going to get a really early scout on what's going on. With the time you're scouting, it's going to get there, go, oh, what? The naturals should be finished, but there's no expand.
He looks for it. He found it. The SCV took it downwards, a little downward path there, and he found the proxy hatchery.
And he builds the command center on the high ground. He's going to turtle up on one base, and he says, whoa, nah. Now, I wonder if there's like a weird macro transition off this where you get a lair, and you make an overseer for the Banshee, and then you're like, ha-ha!
No, come on.
Yeah, I mean, Bly's a very flexible player. Obviously, he's going to commit to the Ravagers. He's going to commit as much as he can. The Queen here will have to come out to defend this Extractor, of course. Drone coming across a little bit late to take the Extractor, one could argue. But no, actually, I think that makes sense. Oh, this is going to get wild, man. So the question is, what are you focused on here especially? He's already got a bunker. Factory is on the way. Oh, that Reaper blocks the drone from getting in the Extractor. He says, no, you dickhead, nah. Nah.
Oh, Bly! Oh, right. Oh, he gets it. There we go. The Evo chamber to block the Reaper from cycling around. The cancel macro there from Bly, pretty on point. But does it matter is the next question. It's a cool little thing to get that Extractor, which, yes, shows up as 2 Extractors being built when you build it on a Wretch Fist geyser. But Special's kind of... Special's got the high ground CC. He's got a factory tucked in. He's got a high ground bunker. Isn't this enough from Special?
Yeah, I think he's going to go immediate cloaked Banshee. So the thing is, like, I feel like as Bly, when you're scouted this early, you kind of have to go, ooh, I've already seen a bunker in the high ground. Like, get a few Ravagers, sure, but you've got to plan for the lack of, detection. And I guess you could spread creep and use spores. And the thing is, Banshees don't pack the punch of, like, the splash damage of a tank, right? Man, having no Overlord on the high ground is really hurting, right?
This high ground Reaper. This is so fucking annoying, dude. As the roaches to the Reaper.
Oh, he does go down.
Does get killed there. All right.
It's still going to be a tank after not too long, though. Even though Banshee's the priority, there will be a tank behind this. And I mean, Ravager Link can bust through a lot. But yeah, if we don't see a Spore Crawler soonish...
Oh, no, the Overlord. The Overlord.
The Marines? That was an overextend, though, right? I think losing Marines like that, that's a lot of firepower. 2 Marines go down, almost a third one. But, you know what? There's not too many Overlords around. 6 drones! Yes! Yes! Bly! This is what you got to do, baby. Show me that flexibility. I want to see that 3rd hatch at your natural. Come on, baby girl.
Get out of here.
Yeah, come on. Come on, do a macro again. Kill this SCV and take 2 bases. Oh, Special with his big brain says, you know what? Let's make sure you can't do that easily. And I see when it happens. So he's going to start delaying that for now. Already up to 32 drones is Bly right now. Banshee comes down. Cloak's not ready just yet. Get her, Queens. Get her. She don't got cloak yet. She don't got no cloak.
You get away from my babies.
Siege tank.
Ground, though. Oh, the hunter becomes the hunted.
Overlord goes down.
Oh, that Banshee. Okay, pulls back there.
Oh, shit.
I was casting like a Korean there for a second.
Well, the Banshee does go down, though. That's a big mistake on the Banshee. I mean, the Overlord does go down on the left, so another one's coming in. There's enough Ravagers to one-shot that tank. That tank needs to pull back. Special, you're on the brink of death right now. Oh, my God. If he didn't unsiege right then. Even there, that's still too far forward. Ravagers are going to bust that. Bust that like it's nothing. There's even a Spore joining in.
Oh, why not? That thing walked in from the 3rd base. The Banshee gets taken down. Ziggs when it should have zagged there.
Oh, Special.
In these Banshees is actually really huge.
Those Ravagers got to get that tank now. The Marines are going for the Overlord. He's too late. The tank unsieges. Bly, a bit too slow for it, but you know what? I don't even care. Bly is doing big damage right now. He's keeping him contained. He's slowing down Special's build-up. And he's got the new expansion at home. I told you, we're going to see the weirdest macro transition of all time. Don't get me wrong. Special's ahead. Where's the E-Bays, the 3rd command center? Or the extra barracks, though? That's what I'm asking you. Only now is that 3rd CC starting. So as much as you're like, yes, Special's way ahead economically right now, he's lost his counterattack harassment with the Banshees. He's sending another Banshee across, but there are Spores at home. The Ravagers can continue to be annoying, and it's going to be a long time until Special can turn this economy advantage into actual pressure You know, the second and third barracks are just starting right now.
Bly successfully biled down a bunker here. Special restarting another bunker. The counterattack Banshee could be pretty deadly. Bly has one spore. He's starting another one in the natural as he knows that his natural is weak to Banshees at the moment.
Bit of a miscontrol there. Those Marines were on the Banshee hotkey there, and he accidentally pulled those across the map with him.
Banshee just escapes that spore crawler.
Okay, those drones in a little bit of trouble. Banshee will get 3 or 4.
Yep. Yeah, this Banshee finding some more drone damage here. Bly, got to spread out the spore crawlers.
The thing is, now that's so low, it can't really do anymore. So Bly is able to drone up a little bit more from here. He's going double upgrades. I do feel like he just needs another 10 drones before he goes too hard into unit production. He's building more Roaches and Ravagers right now, but there's no way you bust this. We're looking at bunkers, Marines, tanks. Yes, there's no stim. There's no upgrades for this bio. They're just starting up now, but I think he's got to not get too overeager. That was a warning bile. That's a shot across the bow, Maynard.
That's like a you what, mate? Don't come in my neighborhood.
That's like, have you ever seen like a baby get really angry when it doesn't have its way and it stomps its foot on the ground? Have you ever seen like a little toddler do that? That's what that was.
I look at it more as like the Bly does that thing where like he takes his 2 fingers, points at his eyes, and he points at Juan. I see you. You move, I'll fucking watching you, mate. Lair is on the way, and I was about to ask, what's Bly going to do with this giant gas bank pig? I think it's Mutts.
I would like to see Infestors.
Would you?
Yeah. This is the sort of game where the Terran's so pinned back. I would love to see
20 Broodlords. Let's just list things out.
Nah, man. I want to see 3 Infestors with his Lingbane transition. I want to see no Mutas, just a couple Infestors. Obviously, Mutas is fine. He's building more drones now. He's had that rich gas mining this whole time, which he will eventually turn into Mutas. But like I said, I would have liked him having 50 drones up a bit quicker. That would have made me very happy. As a Bly fan who wants to see this go longer, the supply is still very even on both sides. Remember, a lot of that is Ravager supply, which is inflated supply. These here are sub-prime combat units. You know, they're all compiled. People are like, no, Ravagers never go down. They never go down. They're always on the up. It's a safe investment. The more Ravagers, the better. But people who have a long-term view and actually look at the numbers behind them and go, that's a 100 gas unit that has less hit points than a Roach, has really shitty DPS, and they've come up like a motherfucker. No armor. It's not the best investment. You got to be careful making too many Ravagers, guys.
Ooh! Like 1 or 2 tanks going to go down here. Nice biles from Bly. Whiffs that one on the front, though.
Not bad, though.
A few units as well. He's going for 2 upgrades as soon as that lair finishes, and Roach speed. No tier 2 tech from Bly other than just the upgrades.
The Banshee on the other side is going to pick away at the hatch, try and distract Bly. Bly's Queen's got to stay alive here. They are an important part of his play. He's almost connected the tip of his creep with his bases back at home. Because he had no creep spread coming out of his base back at home, it's not quite there just yet.
A flood of Zerglings. He's going to make Banelings. He's going to make Banelings in a second.
Oh, he loses 2 Ravagers, but he gets a tank. And 2-2 Lingbane, man. That's actually very powerful. Yeah. If he can saturate that third base back at home as well, I mean, his economy sucks right now. Bly's on 45 drones, but he's still got a big army. He's still making it impossible for Special to get out of his base. Special wants to come forward. 1-1 versus 1-1. The upgrades are even for now. Oh! Oh my god! This is a crazy attack from Bly! Gets the tanks. The Banelings all go down. He does get a lot of the tanks. The tank count is down to just 3. And remember, that is one of the most important units for Special. But right now, it is just Queens and Ravagers up against a big pack of Marines. He's got to wait for Bane speed and some more stuff. He's got to just pull back off this base. It's time to give up the territory. Go home, Bly. You've got good upgrades. You've got amazing creep spread. He still wants to slow down this push. He wants to threaten the bust. Whoa! Okay, 2 Ravagers going down. He can't afford to throw away any more Ravagers. He's got to just pull into a more defensive mode, I feel. Wait for another round of Banelings, and he can do this.
Special, I think, is taking the reins here in this game. This is looking very, very rough for Bly. That overextension has opened this game way up for the Terran to move out in the map. He's getting very bold, though, moving pretty deep out in the creep. Baneling speed is done now. There's not that many Banelings just yet, though, for Special to have to deal with.
Oh!
Get a connection, though. Oh!
And 2-2 just kicked in as well. So these are +2 Carapace Roaches. The Banelings had +2 melee. And the thing is, Special, it's hard. Okay, he's getting towards the 3rd now. He will be able to land that soonish. I really want to see Bly focus on this creep spread right now. Feels like he focuses a bit too much on almost being all in.
Oh!
Heavily wounded.
He dies to the Queens there.
Yeah, Bly's going a little too deep into this tank fire. Special keeps setting up these nice positions. Bly harassing, looking for opportunity in the chaos. The Marine count not looking that great. This is still very scary for Special, but Bly, you got to defend that base over there. And right now, he's just a bit too tunnel visioned on the offense. His creep has come to a standstill, and he's not building up for the follow-up. I actually think he could have made a better transition into the next step. 11 more Ravagers, more Zerglings and Banelings. Bly is knuckling down. You know what? He's got balls and he's committing to it. When other players might get afraid, he says, let's go! Biles coming down, tanks falling on every side. There's still one tank sieged up in the back, but is it enough?
He's got another one joining in. 2 tanks now firing here on these Ravagers. There's a lot of Zerg left over, though. They're all deep in the red.
Oh, my God.
The Ravagers are all still alive, and Bly continues the attack. He will not be slowed down. He will not be denied.
No!
What a comeback and a reverse sweep from the Ukrainian Zerg. The wild man, the psychopath. Oh, my God.
No! 11 more Ravagers? Guys, I'm looking at chat. People saying Bly's dead. Obviously, there's a 2-minute delay because of that. And I'm loving it. People, oh, Bly's dead. He's so out. His economy's bad.
Twitch chat GM. He's dead. Oh, lol.
But seriously, he did look kind of dead there, right? I'm totally with chat on that one, man. He had the upgrade advantage and nothing else.
If I was in your chat, I'd be one of them. That's for sure. Damn, dude. Damn.
Shout out
he does this all. By the way, Special's in Korea, so this is all happening at like 11 a.m. for Special. Yes, he had to get up very early or stay up very late, depending on how you look at it. But this is at like 5 a.m. for Bly, nearly. So this reverse sweep against one of the greatest Terrans in StarCraft 2, fucking impressive. Good shit, Bly. I'm impressed. What a god.
Oh my god. Insane. An insane ZVT series. Oh my god. More. Oh shit, man. That's just more Nidus worms than we've ever seen in one series. More muta backstabs. Just crazy fights on all sides. Insane. Bly vs Special finals. That was just a great series. And man, this EPT just keeps delivering. The number of 5 games grand finals we've had is insane.
That's exactly what I was just about to say, was just that these EPT weeklies are like the gifts that keep on giving, man. And we got TSL qualifiers this time tomorrow as well. Whenever the Pro Tour weekly started for you is exactly, for everyone watching from home, is exactly when the TSL 5 qualifiers start tomorrow for NA. And I'll be there casting it.
Really?
Getting up nice and early.
So starting up again.
Yeah, it's going to be... Yeah, Tuesday was a long day last week for TSL 5 and then Alima League in the evening, and I'll be doing it again this week.
Damn.
Hopefully getting some sleep in the middle of the day, dude.
Yeah, I think I mean I'd like to do it, but I kind of don't want to, just because there's too many days where we end up with delay on the stream, and it just kind of creates a separation with the audience. We'll see. I'll take a look at my schedule this afternoon and let you guys know. Either way, we are doing Icy Fire at the start of tomorrow's stream. Even if we do end up casting, I'll swap into it after casting Icy Fire at the beginning of the day. There is a new challenge up for anyone who wants their games to be cast. I love seeing chat catch up right now, by the way, with the end of that series. Chat's going crazy at the end of that series. That's nuts, man. But yeah, lots of cool shit coming up over the rest of this week. Obviously, we'll have to schedule in another backseat session sometime soon.